So I'm going to be sharing how I make these Filipino-style pork barbecue, and growing up this was actually a favorite of mine. And when I went vegan, I realized like, okay, I still have this, but with soy meat or soy chunks instead of the actual meat. And they're marinated in this like sweet, tangy, and really savory sauce. So we're gonna start with the dry soy meat or soy chunks. I get these dried, and I'll link some options down below, but basically we're just gonna soak them in water until they double in size, and I just squeezed out the excess liquid. So this way it's going to easily absorb the marinade later on. So I'm just going to put that in a Tupperware, and I basically just poured in the marinade. The recipe is linked down below, and I just basically mix that up to get the pieces coated in the sauce really well. So the soy chunks really absorb flavor really well. So we're just going to leave this to marinate overnight, and it's going to absorb all the juices and all the flavors. And this is the next day. I basically just mixed it up again. And we're gonna go and prepare the skewers. So I put a tray here and I placed like 6 bamboo skewers and poured a little bit of water and just left it to rest for at least 15 minutes so they don't burn when we're cooking later on. And I'm just gonna puncture each piece into the skewer. So this really depends on the length of your skewers, but I basically had like, I think I filled 5 skewers in total, and I just basically did it for the rest until I had all the soy chunks in the skewers. And there you have it. So those are 5 skewers, and don't worry because we're going to be using up the excess marinade later on while we're cooking. And also don't discard the small chunks and the pieces because we're going to mix that in with the rice later on as well. So we're just going to brush some oil on a griddle pan. So I have here like a pan, but if you have like an actual grill, that'd be actually better. So I just basically brushed on the excess marinade as well. And we're just gonna brush that on each side and leave it to cook for a few minutes until they're like lightly browned and slightly charred. So it's also gonna get charred because of the sugars in the marinade. So there's the finished barbecue. And I heated up a non-stick pan and just sauteed some garlic to make some garlic turmeric rice. Added in the turmeric powder and just mix that up and cook down the garlic for a few more minutes before adding in the leftover rice. And I just basically mix it in with the rest, and I added in here the little bits of barbecue that fell off when I was grilling it earlier on, and also left over from the sauce. And I just cooked it down and seasoned it with a bit of salt, and it's done. So I basically just served my barbecue with the rice, a side of vinegar and achara, which is like pickled papaya, and enjoyed. So this is really good and super satisfying, remind me of my childhood. And you can find the full recipe for everything down below. And I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, basically I just got a big scoop with a generous amount of achara and the vinegar. So yeah, find more recipes on my website. I will see you guys in my next video.